Here comes StarStreak. British go back to the well with more weapons to Ukraine. The British are stepping up again by exploring a plan to send a portable anti-aircraft weapon to Ukraine. The StarStreak missile defender will likely be a showstopper against Russian aircraft if delivered. The British have already sent around 3,600 NLAW anti-tank missiles to Ukraine with more on the way. Many of these were sent before the war started. This shows a willingness by the United Kingdom to keep Ukraine supplied with modern weaponry. British Ministry of Defence has new plans to help Ukraine. British Defence Minister Ben Wallace told Reuters on March 9, in response to Ukrainian requests, the government has taken the decision to explore the donation of StarStreak high-velocity man-portable anti-air missiles. We believe that this system will remain within the definition of defensive weapons but will allow the Ukrainian force to better defend their skies. The announcement of the StarStreak air defender is notable because defense officials from the United Kingdom have kept the specifics on their weapons exports to Ukraine under wraps in order to maintain operational security. This practice keeps the Russians in the dark. But publicly announcing the possibility of the StarStreak export will help Ukrainian morale. What is StarStreak? StarStreak is a man-portable air defense system, MANPAD, used by the British military since 1997. It has the ability to knock out helicopters, low-flying fighter jets, and drones. The weapon can be affixed to vehicles as well. It will be able to integrate with other air defenders in the Ukrainian anti-aircraft network. StarStreak can be shoulder-fired or mounted on a stand. Each StarStreak missile weighs 30 pounds, and its range is 4.3 miles with a 3-mile ceiling. It is considered one of the fastest air defense missiles in the world with a top speed of Mach 3.5 that can track fast-moving jet fighters. The launch sequence starts with the operator looking through the viewfinder and painting the target to optically track it. Then the system initiates with a touch of a button. Three darts are deadly. When the multi-stage missile is fired, it zooms to the target and then releases 3 laser-guided submunitions that are armed with high explosives. These have a delayed fuse, so the 3 darts with thermal batteries and kinetic energy penetrate into the target before the blast. Thus, StarStreak has a better chance of eliminating enemy aircraft. The system can take on 3 targets quickly without reloading. Stingers have worked against the Russians. StarStreak can join this fight. Russian helicopters have proven susceptible to MANPADs such as the Stinger. The Russians have used helicopters in air assault operations, and the Ukrainians have been able to repel these types of attacks. StarStreak, if it is indeed shipped to the defenders, will add to anti-air capabilities against Russian helicopters. StarStreak can address new Russian helicopter tactics. The Russians have also adjusted tactics to fly attack helicopters out in front of convoys for early warning and to suppress Ukrainian fire. StarStreak will be able to engage these aircraft with those fast and maneuverable missiles. The 3 submunitions that launch out of the missile will be deadly against Russian helicopters. As major Ukrainian cities have become encircled, the Russians are increasingly using fighter bombers to strike civilian targets. StarStreak, if it can get in the hands of Ukrainian troops, can down more Russian fighters. Overall, this British system would be a welcome addition, and it shows that Britain is serious about assisting the Ukrainian military. Britain was the first European nation to supply lethal aid to Kyiv, he said, adding that the UK has also invested in building Ukrainian military capacity since 2015, alongside the US, Canada, and Sweden. British Defence Secretary Ben Wallace told the Daily Mail the UK had already delivered 2,000 NLAWs to Ukraine, a number he indicated might continue to rise. The missiles were London's way of providing defensive aid to Kyiv as Russian forces deploying around Ukraine's borders give the impression a new invasion may be imminent. The British Army also dispatched 30 paratroopers to train Ukrainian forces in operating the NLAWs, which were undoubtedly chosen in part for their ease of use and thus ability to be rapidly adopted by Ukrainian forces facing the current crisis. The missile deliveries demonstrate London's support for Kyiv and will be welcomed by Ukraine's military, which faces formidable challenges defending the numerous possible vectors of Russian attack. British-Swedish collaboration. The NLAW, also designated the MBT Law or RB57, has its origins in a joint British-Swedish project begun in 2002 to replace Cold War-era weapons designed to give infantry squads a portable, close-range defense against tanks. Built from components manufactured by BAE, Saab, Thales and US firm Raytheon, each single-shot unit was priced at £20,000 in 2008, then equivalent to $37,000, and has a shelf life of 20 years. Besides being procured by Sweden and the UK, NLAW has been exported to Finland, Luxembourg, Indonesia, Malaysia and lastly Saudi Arabia, which has used NLAWs in combat in Yemen. The meter-long disposable weapon weighs just 27.5 pounds and can launch a single 150mm diameter missile out to an effective range between 20 and 600 meters or up to 400 meters for moving targets. Newer NLAWs reportedly have guidance software increasing accurate range to 800 meters. Unlike most light anti-tank weapons, the NLAW has a predicted line-of-sight guidance system in which the operator tracks a moving target vehicle in the launcher's 2.5x magnification sight for 3 to 5 seconds before firing. A cold launch system then ejects the missile with pressurized gas before it ignites its rocket motor, accelerating the weapon to 440 miles per hour, 200 meters per second. This allows the weapon to be used safely from interior spaces without injuring personnel with the rocket's back blast. The missile then uses an inertial navigation system to fly to where the launcher's targeting algorithm predicts the vehicle will be based on its prior trajectory. In addition to ordinary direct fire mode, the NLAW can also use a top attack mode in which it flies 1 meter above the targets and discharges a downward-facing shaped charge over a target vehicle. As top armor is universally pretty thin, no more than a few centimeters, this could allow an NLAW to disable tanks with frontal protection exceeding the missile's reported penetrating power equivalent to 50 centimeters raw. This can also enable targeting of vehicles mostly concealed behind cover.